are going to go through every ailment there is. You can't be worrying about that, because if we can keep worrying about the trouble that the masses are in, we never cultivate anything among ourselves to get to the high level in which the masses going to be a part of. Because ultimately, all this shit got to be destroyed. This shit is over.
I am inevitable.
Don't be fooled by the internet. It's cool to get on the computer, but don't let the computer get on you. It's cool to use the computer, don't let the computer use you. You all saw The Matrix. There's a war going on, the battlefield's in the mind. The prize is the soul.
Push the button. Come on, push the button.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
All right, y'all. We live on a Sunday.
Yeah.
On a Sunday.
Welcome everyone. Welcome.
Come on in, y'all. Come on in. We gotta get into this, man. Yo, we seeing what they doing with this streaming shit, with this live streaming shit, man. And it ain't too good for social media, man. Is what it's doing with with the psyche of people on social media, man. So we got Adrien Broner. This nigga literally threatened his son for telling him to stop drinking and doing all that damn drinking he doing. So this nigga, they be going live over there on Kick, doing 24-hour marathon live streams. And they live streams just consist of drinking, shit talking, sitting around, sex with a bunch of women around, drugs here and there.
Degenerate.
Degenerate shit. Facts.
That's what this social media algorithm pushes. And that's what people buy into, is degenerate shit. Because they want everybody to be degenerate, so they gonna let these people lead society.
Right. So we got Adrien Broner. This nigga, now this nigga was, professional fighter, champ.
4-time world champion.
Right. Been through some shit, of course, in and out of courts and everything, domestic shit and all that. And now he went from that to this. Just strictly streaming, drinking, just like this shit is bad. When I tell you this shit is bad, this shit is horrible.
It's like the movie The Hangover or Super Bad or one of those type. That's the type of shit that the algorithm is pushing. They want people to live like that. They want to promote those types of lifestyles to the youth.
Right. This is sad to see. So this is he was out with his son. Son realized he just be drunk all the time, just constantly drunk all the time. And his son, was like, yo, you gotta stop all this drinking. And they gonna say, I'll beat your ass just because your son wants you to stop all this drinking. Like, this shit look crazy. Let's get into this real quick. We're gonna get into some other clips and shit as well, but
No, Pop, no, Pop, you just did, Pop, no, we're not ordering another drink, no, Pop. Hey, I will beat your ass and That's enough liquor, nigga. We're gonna go there. You're gonna keep on drinking liquor, man.
Keep on drinking liquor, bro.
Hey, we finna go, man.
I don't know, bro.
Finna go. No. Ain't going down the wrong hole. Yeah. Can't keep drinking liquor, bro. Everybody else want to pull it up, man. I told her. Ain't going down the wrong hole.
So he's already drunk and he's trying to order more drinks. And his son like, yo, that's enough. Like, stop ordering, keep ordering drink. His son like, that's enough. The people around him like, yo, you already at the, reached your limit and you still trying to order more drinks. This nigga is like self-destruction mode. This is like self-destruction mode at this point, bro, with this nigga, bro. And like you said, this is what they pushing. Like, if you think about it, if you think about the algorithm, that's what they pushing. They pushing this more because they want future generations. They want the kids that streaming coming up to basically, live the degenerate life. There's a lot of money in streaming right now. So they know, them putting most of the money, most of the advertisers is geared towards the streaming and shit like that. That's going to push people to go that route. Like especially future generations, going to push them to go that route.
Crash out culture.
And that's the name of his live streams too. The name of his live streams are Crash Out Boys. That's what they call themselves, the Crash Out Boys. So that's what this culture is all about right now. Streaming live 24/7, crashing out, partying, constant partying every day. Like I'm gonna pull some of this shit up. Matter of fact. So this nigga waking up in the morning, bro. Fresh out the bed, early in the morning, and he guzzling down liquor.
Drink water, gang.
And throwing up in his mouth. Like shit crazy. Yo, this shit is crazy, bro.
Drink water, gang.
This nigga is crazy, bro. This shit is insane. All this shit is consistent, just getting drunk. That's it. Just getting drunk constantly. Guzzling down liquor.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Okay.
That's that.
Crazy shit, bro.
Oh, shit. Oh.
Okay.
That's that.
This is bro.
Type shit that they put in
And
the
that's what they
algorithm to
live
get
streams
millions
consist
of
of.
views, because this is definitely government psyop. Because they control, social media is a government. It's a weaponized thing that they're using against our psyches anyway. And this is all they drilling
Right,
in the youth mind and people on. So all you down, even if you don't watch this type of content, it's still going to be on your timeline. And
right,
they say, well, the algorithm is based off what you watch. That's only true to a certain extent. Certain things is like forced into your timeline. If it ain't these fools crashing out on social media and showing up on your timeline, it's somebody else. And that's all social media is promoting. Because right now we're reaching a part in society where they want everything to collapse. So they basically pushing this crash out culture through social media. And the thing is, it's just one big psyop. It's one
right,
big psyop to get everybody going in this direction. So it basically give them a reason to come in here and take all this shit over. Cause that's basically what's happening. Cause
right,
look who they and they're gonna be influencing the youth. The youth, I mean, they influencing adults too, but the youth is definitely, vulnerable to this. Cause I see this shit as an
right,
attack. I see this shit as an attack against society. And a lot of people don't think like this. They think, oh, that's just how things are and how things. Nah, man, this shit is designed. Because if you realize anybody with any like real skill or real talent, that shit don't get pushed in the algorithm, and people don't give a fuck about it. They don't care. All they care about is, the shit. Who's sleeping with who? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? Drinking, being degenerates, fighting, all the bullshit. That's all they push. And they want our psyches just basically just enmeshed with all of that. So we can never develop into anything
right.
that's even worth, you know what I'm saying? Anything that's even able to survive. Cause who could survive with a lifestyle that they promoting? Who these motherfuckers might not even live another year living like this.
Really?
Like, you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the fact that Adrien Broner went completely broke, and now he's saying he making, 6 figures off streaming. Like you said, he ain't even gonna be around long enough to even enjoy the shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna be around long enough to even enjoy this shit.
Look at his gut. That's his liver that's
Yeah,
swollen like that. Like he's literally about to get cirrhosis of the liver
yeah.
because the rest of his body, except for his
Look at this
stomach,
shit. Oh, let me
that
just
goes
show
to
you
show you that that's a straight up liver problem.
that.
Like
Right.
just a couple years ago, he was in tip top boxing shape.
Facts.
Yeah, I mean, just in 2000, what 2003,
Yep.
2004, he was in
2004. Yep.
2004, he was in tip top boxing shape. Now
Yeah.
look at it. Look at his gut. That's literally from drinking. He said he's been drunk for 3 years straight. He wakes up every morning to a bottle and goes to sleep to a bottle. And in between, he's drinking nonstop in between that.
Nigga ain't
And
even
and
drinking water.
he's making hundreds of thousands of dollars off
Yeah,
of
that's what he.
drink as
Yeah.
promoting this lifestyle.
For real, for real.
When I woke up and I couldn't go buy nothing to eat. I couldn't go buy nothing to eat. So what I did, I had to use my smarts. I'm like, look, bro, I still got my name. I can still get a free haircut. So I'm gonna look good. If I go here, I can get a free fit. Now I gotta use what I got that God gave me to get what I get. So I'm like, all right, cool. I ain't gonna fuck with her. I ain't gonna fuck with her. I can fuck with them though. Then I start fucking with these two girls. And then, I was fucking with them for a minute. And then I started living with them because I ain't had nowhere to stay either. So I just started living with them, and then they fell out. So I started messing with the one whose house it was. I wasn't using them because I really cared about them. And
When did it get that serious? For real, for real.
when I woke up, she going up, gang. She going up, gang.
Hell yeah. That's what you're expecting this month?
Huh?
This week.
Yeah, that shit was bad,
And that's
bro.
another thing. Do you want to start getting it monthly or weekly?
No, I do my shit monthly because I know me. Yeah.
I need it weekly because I be all the expenses and shit.
I already know. I do my shit monthly.
Yeah, that shit is bad. That's horrible. Yeah, niggas had that lifestyle. Yeah, you can't. You had goddamn Casa not all stressed the hell out trying to, getting tired of streaming and shit. Like that whole stream life is energy draining. So now these niggas then took it to a whole nother level with streaming 24/7 and living the party life. Like you
Like the
said,
movie The Hangover.
right? Like the movie The Hangover.
So they making it cool to crash out
Yeah,
because that's all the kids are going to be doing. I mean, if you see the mentality of the kids who's constantly watching these types of streams, these motherfucking Dean the Great and at AB and Ray J and Kai Sinat and all, like these are all Aiden Ross. This is all crash out content. These dudes called themselves the Crash Out Boys.
yeah. Look at the title, Crash Out Boys.
And the thing is, that's what social media is pushing, and that's what people is accepting. And it's like you eat and you making money off of that, but you're not going to enjoy it because your life is in
Right,
shambles.
right,
Your life is in shambles, and that's the psyop behind it. Like, yeah, Kaiser not made a hell of a lot of money, but what did it do to his mental health?
facts.
That's what they teach you. That's what they're teaching you. Money over everything. Money over your mental health. It's like that don't even make any sense.
Oh
You can
yeah,
make
your
you can
physical
make
health,
millions of dollars. Yeah. You could, or yeah, money over your physical health, money over your mental
your
health.
mental.
That's what
Yep,
social media push. And it's like, all right, you can live by those codes, but it's just gonna be a life of suffering. You ain't even gonna enjoy the money that you're making. The only thing you getting is props because you made that money off of crashing out. And society is looking up to you, and they're looking up to degenerates. Let's put that out there. They got kids looking up to degenerates, so that's what they want to be when they get older. I
all
want to
right.
be like Could you imagine a kid saying he want to be like Dean and Great and Adrien Broner? Could you
Right.
imagine kids saying they want to grow up to be like Ray J and fucking? You know what I'm saying? Like, just think about like, you want your kids
Crazy.
saying they want to grow up to be these motherfuckers? And look how they living.
Right.
And this is what they're pushing. This is what they're constantly pushing. And like, this goes to show you that this shit is definitely over. Like, this world is done. Like, this world is actually finished. And this proves it. When this is the headline all the time, when people crashing out, if that's what people looking up to, then that tells us right there that this world is completely gone. It is done.
Right.
We're finished,
Look
y'all.
at
We fucking
look at this
finished.
thing. Look at this shit, bro. Look at this
Yeah,
shit.
we're finished.
Look at this nigga,
No
man.
hope. No hope for the future for this world. Ain't nothing good coming out. Look at this shit.
Look at
And these
that shit,
niggas is
bro.
making like 100,000. These niggas making like $100,000 a month. They
Right.
making $6 a month off of these streams, and that's not even including the paid appearances and the endorsements that they get from merch and all. Like, this not even
Right.
it's not even including all of that. And all they gotta do is crash out on camera and
That's
influence the
it.
kids to do the same.
That's it.
Like, this is the main, like, when you talking about somebody selling their soul, this is it.
And the thing about it is the way he going about doing this shit, nigga, ruining his own family.
Yep.
Cause who want to be around a motherfucking drunk all day? Yeah, you making money, but you ain't living. You ain't living right. And your kid, you won't want your kids to be around that shit. Your kids ain't gonna want to be around that. You know what I mean? Nobody for real gonna want to be around that. So yeah, you just ruin. Yeah, you just basically ruin your life doing that shit. Shit. Yeah,
And
now,
they
yeah,
make the life look glamorous.
right,
That's how they attract people in, because they make it look good. Cause, oh, look all this money you can make off of this. Look all this money. But then you look at their lives and you like, damn, their lives ain't shit though. And it's the same thing with these motherfucking content creators that's doing these mukbangs where they just eating all this bullshit. And you could
right,
clearly see health is getting worse. But they're stuck in that content. That people only want to see them keep eating bullshit and lots of it. It's like, yo, that's gonna kill you. Like, you ain't even you
right,
doing it for money. I understand that, and that's how you making your living, but you ain't gonna live. Like, you see motherfuckers out there, they got heart problems, they skin looking bad, you can tell that they sick, and
like
they still
Broner,
here trying to eat 8 double doubles and six fucking animal fries and six all this bullshit that these niggas be sitting up there eating, all this pounds of food in front of them, and you can see they clearly getting fat. They clearly getting fat to the point they can't move. You
right,
got some motherfuckers, you could literally see, look under their eyes, look in their yellow eyes. Niggas still out here drinking and eating the bullshit just for the views. Like, it's like money over everything, even your physical and mental health. That's wild to me.
facts.
That's wild to me, bro. That money ain't even worth it.
And then on
Shit ain't
top
even
of that, yeah, and then on top, like I said, on top of that, you ruining your fucking family doing that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the money coming in, they getting paid to make club date appearances and all that, but look how they gotta live. And when they do try to switch up and do something else, people ain't gonna be watch. They ain't gonna watch that shit. We're gonna watch you for what you came on here and you in the algorithm for crashing out. That's it. But can you imagine doing this shit every night? This nigga liver bad, stomach big, and the skin is bad.
right. Obviously sick. This
Yeah, and that's
nigga is
that's
obviously
that's
sick.
inflammation. That's all
Right,
inflammation, bro. All
right,
fluid. He's swollen like a. If you look at AB, he's swollen like a mug, bro.
right,
He swelled the hell up, and that's not like swollen. He's not swollen from being fat. That's swollen from it being inflamed.
right.
If you look at him, all that. Look how he look. That's all inflammation. That is insane. Isn't it? Like, is it really
Everybody's
even worth
crashing out,
it?
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
that
shit
shit.
really
Yeah,
worth
that's
it?
bad, bro. Nah, it ain't worth it. Yeah, it's not worth it. And it's like they wouldn't even be able to do any other content but this because people ain't gonna fuck with it. Like the
Yeah,
people, it's not. They're just a reflection of society.
right.
Yeah, it's just showing you that. And the thing is, yeah, the establishment is definitely designing it this way, but that don't mean that people have to accept it. But the problem
Yeah,
is, people is accepting it.
right.
These people, they try to do any positive content, anything like that. The same thing with the motherfuckers that's doing on mukbangs. If people be in the comment, you need to eat healthier. You need. They do videos showing themselves eating healthier, and them shits don't get no views. So they got to go
Right.
back bullshit again to get their views back up, and that's how they making a living through the views.
Yeah,
And the thing is, social media have you trapped because you'll be making so much money at one point that you don't have to work no other jobs and nothing like that. So you would just be focused on content creation, but then you will get stuck into shit that's unhealthy for you doing content creation, and you ain't no way out of it except for stop doing the content, and then your views drop. That means your living drops.
right.
So yeah. And the thing is, like, all right, now you got to make a decision. Am I going to continue doing this content even though it's killing me and it is destroying my mental health, but I'm able to take care of myself, or I stop doing this content and I basically go into the poorhouse and have to start all over again and trying to find a job in this economy when I was just recently making 6 figures a month.
Right.
I And the thing is, people will say, "Oh, they should have been smarter with their money, making 6 figures a month." But to be honest with you, that shit goes fast because a lot of that shit end up going back into the production. A lot of that shit, and the thing is, the cost of living is going up, and it depends on how big your production is. You got to pay motherfuckers, so you don't always, and then you don't always hold on to that money. It's a fast
Exactly.
life. It's a fast life. Like a lot of this shit with the streaming, that's a fast life.
Hell yeah.
Money comes in fast, but it also goes out fast. It's a fast life. And the thing is, it's a lot of financial trap because everybody know who you are. So when you in that life, it's hard not to make bad financial decisions because you constantly have motherfuckers is just trying to eat off you.
Right.
And there's traps that's set. See, that's the thing. Everything is preset. It's a game out here. And you have to be on both sides to understand. You have to have been a content creator yourself and be a person who consumes content. You have to be on both sides of the fence to understand the whole game
Right. You
and the
see.
people that's behind content creation. Because you got content, people that's not necessarily on camera, but they're behind the camera. They do editing, like all types of different shit goes into content creation that the content consumer don't see. You know what I'm saying? So it's more than just putting videos out there,
Yeah,
especially when you're
the
streaming.
content. You're right. They only care about the finished product.
They only care
They
about the
don't.
finished product,
Yeah, they
right?
don't see all the work that it takes to put into it. So
And the
that's why
money
I'm
that it
saying,
can
like,
take to go
yeah,
into it. Even though you're making a lot of money, you putting a lot of money back into that shit.
right, right, right. Like,
That's
all you
why a
see
lot
them
of
big ass,
content creators do go broke.
like, yeah, you see like the big productions that Mr. Beast don't do.
Yeah, hell yeah.
A lot of money go back into that, and paying staff and
Somebody
all
like
that
him
shit.
could easily go broke. As much
Yup.
money as he making, somebody like him could go broke within a year. Even though Mr. Beast make billions of dollars. Yeah, but you understand how much money goes into his production, into his team and shit. Like you gotta understand. Like if you're not on that side of things, you wouldn't understand it. But it's
And you
easy to go broke and crash out as a content creator, especially in social media. It's like it's a trap. It's a trap to
right,
how they got it set up. Yeah, you can make really good money on social media, but at what cost?
right, right, right. This nigga got Bobby Shmurda with him and shit. Yeah, all these niggas be crashing out. They all be streaming, doing the streaming shit, because that's where the money at. So a lot of the entertainers you see are going into the streaming. A lot of the sports people, a lot of the rappers and all that, they all going to the streaming because that's where the money's at. But look how you gotta really live your life. Like you gotta be streaming 24/7. Like that, a lot of energy takes to maintain that. Like you said, it's like a fast lifestyle. So even to try to maintain that type of content, you'll burn out fast. This is crash
Yep.
out, burn out content. That's what it is.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Crash out, burnout. That's what had Casanat all stressed out and but look, he's still launching the academy and all that shit, trying to get kids into that streaming shit because he's being paid handsomely to do it.
That's what he has to do though.
Yeah, right.
It's an academy because they want everybody to become streamers because the goal is to get everybody online and constantly on camera 24/7.
Yeah, the
So when they
government
shift the
sponsored
law,
cameras
so when
coming.
the AI come and they leave the law into AI's hands and you automatically get fined or go to jail by some shit you did online, they once those laws shift, they want to make sure enough more of the population, especially the younger generation, is streaming their lives 24/7. That and the
Right.
thing is, those of us who watch, the transformation of technology, and those of us who's been conscious all these years, they call this conspiracy theories. We was always saying that they want to turn this whole world into a surveillance state, and we was saying years ago, before the internet and all that shit took the turn that it took, we was saying that they gonna eventually have cameras in everybody's homes. Like we've been saying this shit for years. And people just oh they nobody ain't gonna let the government get that crazy. No, and the thing is they ain't
Yeah,
realized that they was gonna have incentives. They wasn't just gonna do it out of force. They did it in a way to where, oh, you can make a lot of money by streaming your life 24/7. That was part. See, they playing chess, not checkers. They when they do moves, they think 10 steps ahead. So they're like, all right, we know people ain't going to willingly put cameras in their house and film their lives 24/7 unless it was something that they can get from it. Oh, we can make them
right.
famous. We can make regular people who was never going to be shit in life. We can promise them fame and money now. Because all you gotta do is turn on your camera and have it on you 24/7, and you got a chance to become famous and make money. Not realizing the chess move was years down the line, laws is going to change and they was going to have AI in place to where you getting prosecuted in your house by artificial intelligence. The same way they monitor our social medias and putting us in Facebook jail and Instagram jail and all that type of shit. They going to apply that to our lives. Like it ain't going to be Facebook jail. It's going to be real jail. You know what I'm saying? That was the plan from the very fucking beginning, y'all. And the thing is, we don't see that because we think checkers. We think they jump us, we jump them. Like we think one move ahead. Not some people don't even think one move ahead. They just in the moment. They don't, you know what I mean? They don't even know what the hell is going on. But those of us who's been paying attention all these years, we realize that it's all been a trap. All this shit, this AI, this social media, all this shit has been a trap to get us in digital prisons. And the thing is, they want all of us to crash out because we told y'all before, they want most of us dead anyway. We told y'all on the last stream that they want most of the people dead anyway. They want only 500 million people left on the planet because they can't manage billions of people with AI. You know how many data centers they would need to manage billions of people the way that they want to with the AI? They can't. So their only reasoning with themselves is we gotta eliminate at least 80% of the people on the. So they design different programs from different industries, different parts of social structures to basically carry out that agenda to eliminate most of us. And one of the agendas is this crash out culture. They want the kids to live like this. They want them to live like this, especially on camera, because once they alter the laws a little bit and they bring in the AI, they're going to be able to prosecute people with artificial intelligence right in their house. Artificial intelligence is going to be the judge, the juror, and the executioner. That's what their plan is. Yep, somebody said on some George Orwell 1984 shit. Yeah, but they knew they couldn't force. They knew they couldn't force the people into that, so they had to build slowly and and have incentives to get us in certain levels. So they already got us with these spy devices. Cause you gotta think about it. People who grew up in the 80s and 90s and before, y'all realize like we would never accept a government wire in our house or a microphone that the government can listen to in our households. But now we all widely accept that because these cell phones, these smart TVs, the Alexas, the Siris, the shit that's in our cars, government agencies can tap into that shit easily. Way back in the day, people would be outraged. Like, no way am I going to have something in my house to where the government can tap in and listen to it whenever they feel like it. Now we accept the shit into our households gladly.
Yes, willingly. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all see how they did it? Like that's chess, not checkers. Like they think it moves ahead. Like and then they add the incentive to where you could become rich and famous. Because you gotta think about it. Way back in the day, the only people that was able to become rich and famous, you had to go through the channels of the big industries. You had to go through television. You had to go through big radio. You had to go through you had to go through the big magazines and all that. There was no way you was going to become famous and rich just by sitting in your fucking house or sitting in your car talking into a screen. No way you was going to become rich and famous doing that. So they knew by adding that incentive, they would be able to get all these fucking cameras and listening devices and spy devices and monitoring systems. They knew they would be able to get that into everybody's household if they had those incentives attached to it. Now that they got it into majority of our households, now they're going to take the incentives away. You get what we're saying? So it was a trap. It was like, we're going to let them eat off this social media shit, but only so far. Because you got to remember, at the beginning of this shit, it was a lot easier because, first of all, the content creation industry wasn't so saturated. And it was a lot easier. It was a lot easier back in the day to make money off of social media than it is now. And the number one reason is because it's oversaturated, but that was also by design because they wanted to take the incentives away, but make sure the monitoring devices stay. They want to take the fame and the money away. They don't want just anybody to be rich anymore. They know they had to let that happen for a certain period of time. We got to let them get rich. Just like the casino and the lottery, we got to let some people win. You know what I'm saying? You got to let some people win. But you can't let people win too much. You know what I'm saying? You can't let people win too much. So at one point, they have to stop. And that's where we at now. The content creators are being squeezed. And a lot of content creators don't know why. Because they don't see the big plan. They don't see the big plan that was already set out years ago, decades before this social media shit. Because you got to realize, the government and the military have been using shit like social media at least 30 to 40 years before they released it to us. They had shit like MySpace and Facebook and text messaging. They had all that shit 20, 30, 40 years before we had access to it. And they was already using it with secret projects and black operations. They were already using this type of shit. They was already communicating on shit like social media and messaging and all that. They was already doing that before. So they already had all these years to implement this plan and to play chess with it, not checkers. So they was already like, yeah, we just got to get them addicted to this shit. It started off, Yahoo and fucking MSN and AOL. Then it graduated to MySpace and all those joints. Then, went from MySpace to Facebook to Snapchat, Instagram. So it was a gradual thing. It was a gradual thing. And they put incentives in there. Like, we got to put incentives to make people more excited about putting monitoring systems in place. Because you got to think about what Facebook is. Facebook is when you go on there, it says, oh, what's on your mind? Like, it's like people turn Facebook into their own personal diaries and shit. Like, it's like stuff that you would never let people read. People who come from the 90s and 80s and before. You would never let nobody read your fucking diary, right?
Right.
But now Facebook is being used like a diary now. People's putting personal shit in there.
They willingly
You would never know. Yeah, they're willingly. And you got to think about back in the day, intelligence agencies paid billions of dollars to get the type of information that they get now for free. Like, it was a dream for the CIA and all of them to put Facebook and shit in place because they able to extract information that it took them mad channels to get from the general public. Now they able to get that shit easily. They don't have to really dig through your trash anymore or do none of that shit that they had to do back in the day. They don't even got to plant bugs in your house. You got to think about it. Intelligence agencies back in the day, they had to do all this physical shit. They had to go out. If they wanted to monitor a person talking like how we talking now, and they look at us as extremists because we a threat to their wicked ass regime, they would have to go and physically bug your house. They would have to go and bug your phone line. They would have to physically go through your trash to see what you've been purchasing, to see this and that, see where you've been. They ain't got to do any of that shit now. All they got to do is go to Google or Facebook, which they secretly own. Mind you, the government and corporations is the same fucking thing. The Google and Facebook Meta is the government. They don't have to go dig through your trash anymore. All they gotta do is go through your data to see where you've been, and everything's attached to everything you're doing. Think about it. Your phone is literally a tracking system. It not just fucking tracking your location, but monitoring everything you say and everything you do. Like back in the day, they had to go through so many channels to get this information. Now we willingly put all this information into data and send it straight to them. That was the plan all along. Yo, we about to enter into some fucked up times. And the fact that they're playing chess and people is barely even playing checkers and the shit that they got planned for us with these digital prisons, we seeing only a small percentage of it. We complain when we go to Facebook jail. Well, we do shit on there that's a violation because they ain't like what we said or what we did, and you can't post nothing or you can't go live on your Instagram because you said and did this and violated terms and services. And we feel some type of way about that. Imagine when they actually start sending us to real jail because of some shit that we did on social media. And the thing is, that's already starting to happen in a lot of places. They're like in England and Australia, they're locking people up and got their government agencies visiting people's houses just off of some shit that they said on the internet.
Yeah, and thanks, Lame the fool for the membership. Go ahead. I want to just thank them for the membership.
Oh yeah, shout out for y'all who've been joining the membership and been donating and been liking and sharing our videos. Shout out to all of y'all. Yeah, this all this shit been in play for decades, y'all. Like all this shit been there for decades. Like they've been planning this for decades. And we're just about at the end. That's what y'all have to understand. We're just about at the end. They already building the AI data centers everywhere. And that's like 80 to 90% of everything because they need somewhere to be able to process all this data that artificial intelligence collect. So they have to build these massive artificial intelligent data centers. Now, don't get it effed up. Data centers has always been a thing because you need data centers to store, the shit that we do on Google, the shit that we do on Meta. Like those data centers were already around, but they're upgrading the data centers to artificial intelligence, which needs more data to be processed. So those are like fucking quantum computing and all of that. And that sucks up massive amount of energy and massive amount of resources to run. But they want those in place because that's what they're going to need to go to the next phase of monitoring the general public. Because they want to monitor us 100% with artificial intelligence and basically be able to penalize us right in real time.
Oh yeah, that's why I want to play this video too.
Yep, that's the point of artificial intelligence, to penalize us in real time.
Yeah, this is where they trying to with the streaming shit. This is when you were saying he was trying to, basically lead to surveillance in homes 24/7. But these are government sponsored cameras in homes to basically monitor us, which is still linked to the data centers. But this was the plan all along. So let me get into this video real quick.
Let's do some coffee talk, shall we?
Okay.
Let's do. From doorbells to lampposts, there is no denying that cameras are becoming ubiquitous, like they're everywhere. Meanwhile, that fine line between safety and privacy continues to blur. But according to a new poll, younger Americans don't really mind if Big Brother is watching. A new survey from the Cato Institute, a libertarian think tank, asked respondents whether they, now listen, this is the quote, this is the exact language they used, favor or oppose the government installing surveillance cameras in every household to reduce domestic violence, abuse, and other illegal activity.
What?
That was the question. It shouldn't come as a surprise that very few Americans in general, only 14%,
which seems very high to me,
to have a government camera in your home.
Hold on, I'm burying the lead.
Okay.
So 3/4 said no thanks, including 68% who strongly opposed it. But something really interesting happens, guys, if you parse the data by age. If you look only at Americans under the age of 30, 3 in 10 are in favor of government cameras
30%?
in every home. And as you get older, that number drops.
Okay.
You know what the problem? So what generational thing is happening here?
I can tell you exactly what it is.
Hit me. Go ahead.
They don't understand.
My question was, do they not understand?
They clearly don't get it. Or
Right.
they're not having anywhere near enough fun at home. Because I would not, there is no way. No way.
But this is
I'll
supposed
move to Sweden.
to stop domestic violence. So what happens? The government picks up that someone is being beaten? What's going to happen? Are they calling the police to rush to your home to stop it?
And someone's constantly monitoring the feed to the camera and
Yes.
your... listen.
This makes no sense. Right. This is ridiculous,
Well,
though.
so the Cato Institute, which of course is a libertarian organization, but they point to this as more evidence that the younger generation is more willing to sacrifice freedom in its purest sense for an increased level of security. Yeah.
Privacy. There's no way.
Listen, I'm part of the 75%.
I
but-
know. There's no way they understood it. They're just too dumb. That's what the problem is. They're spending too much time in front of a screen themselves, and they just don't know what's happening.
That is
what they don't understand is that the newer generation is we seeing with the streaming, they making it, they glamorizing it. That's why the young generation don't mind it, because they glamorizing the fact that you stream 24/7, you could be paid hundreds of $1,000s, hundreds of thousands just to stream. So you got people rushing to the goddamn streaming gold rush amongst the Gen Zs, and that's what the whole Casanat Academy shit coming in at. You got so many people that signed up that want to join that shit.
That's psyop shit, bro. I
Yeah.
bet you the CIA is behind that shit. for
Hell
sure.
yeah. Hell yeah. It's with them saying 14%, that 14% is going to rise amongst the young, as that more people die off, because the larger percent doesn't want it, but that's people that's older than the Gen Zs. So if 14% saying, if 14% accepting it, and that's amongst the Gen Zs, that number is going to move up much higher as more people die off and more young Gen Zs accept that. It's the numbers is going to rise. Next thing you know, it's going to be 75% of the population that accepts cameras in their homes from the government.
But the thing is, we already accept it because the government already has back doors into all this technology because they're literally behind the corporations. It's just that the laws haven't shifted yet.
Yeah, I was about to say they
the
can't.
government still have the information. They still know what you've been doing on those Ring doorbell cameras and the cameras that's attached to your smart TVs and the cameras that's attached to your phone and the cameras that's in your car. Like the government can still tap into that shit. It's just they can't do nothing legally yet.
Yeah,
they can't use it in the court of law yet until those laws get shifted. And that's what they've been working on behind the scenes. Eventually, that's what they're going to do because Congress and Supreme Court, all that shit's been compromised. And they already plan. They realize that all they need is another decade of this bullshit, the streaming and people, opening up to basically having cameras all over the place, them Ring doorbell cameras and cameras in your house. They want more people to open up to it. So when they do shift the laws, people won't even think twice about it. Because right now, in order for them to be able to monitor your shit, the government still need a warrant. They still have to go to a judge to get that authorized to be able to monitor all your equipment that's in your house. There's all the devices that's in your house. But the point is, we all got the devices in our house. Even the people who don't agree with the government monitoring them, they said 14 the other percent, the 85 to 90% of people who don't believe that government should be able to monitor us. We already accepted the shit in our household. I'm sitting in front of a fucking laptop right now and multiple phones right now. These are all monitoring devices. I got a fucking smart TV in here. That's a monitoring device. I ain't got no Alexa or no Siri, but the people who don't accept any of this shit, I bet you they got Alexa or Siri. You think the government can't tap into your Alexa or Siri? You think they can't tap into your fucking laptop camera or the listening devices that's in your phone, the microphone that's in your phone, and all the shit, all the information being gathered through all the data that's coming out of your devices? You think they don't have access to that right now? They do. Even the local law enforcement do. Local law enforcement can ride down a street right now and tap into see what everybody's doing on their cell phones right now. The local law enforcement have that technology to do that right now. They can tap into everybody's cell phone just riding down your street. They got the technology to literally see what the fuck the messages that you sending to people and the websites that you're visiting and the shit that you've been saying near your phone. The local police in most areas, especially in California, have the technology to listen and see what you're doing on your phone right now. They just can't act on it. Even if they know you're doing something illegal, they can't act on it without any probable cause or getting a warrant from the judge. So we telling y'all, all they have to do is shift those laws to where they can act on this shit without having to get those warrants anymore. And we're fucking done, y'all. That's where over at.
They're gonna do it. That but the future generation is gonna have. They gonna be more, that shit is geared more towards them because a lot of us gonna be dead and gone when they fully implement this shit 100%. So that's what this whole streaming setup shit is about. There's all this shit that's why they guarantee the content creators towards streaming 24/7. Look, these niggas is live now, streaming 24/7. Look, crash out marathon 24/7. So that's why Casanat got the whole academy, streaming academy set up because that's to adopt more people into that shit. And then, like you
sponsored by
said,
the CIA.
all they gonna do is shift the laws, and then now you gotta now you're gonna be required to have a camera in your home 24/7. They want to be able to see what you're doing 24/7, and that's what the data centers is gonna be able to hold all that data.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why they're putting all this money. That's why companies like BlackRock and all them and OpenAI putting all this money towards quantum computing. Like most of the money the reason why people is going broke in the economy is going bad because the major corporations is taking all the money that's in the economy and shifting it towards quantum computing and artificial intelligence because that's where they want society to go. That's the direction they want society to go. So they making sure all the money goes into that because these industries own everything. These industries, so they use the money to decide what agenda that they want to push on the people. They do it through influence and money. And streaming is one of the main things that keep people occupied while this transition happened, but still keep us interested enough in staying on the computer and in front of the camera 24/7. So that's why right now in the social media world, streamers, the ones who's doing all the streaming, they getting the most money on social media right now. Streamers are getting the most money. And the thing is, they're only pushing streamers who's crashing out. They only because they want society to crash out. That's another part of the psyop, making sure they keep the streamers on top. That keeps us dumbed down, keep us alcoholic, degenerates, and just keep us focused on bullshit while they handle the artificial intelligence, the data centers, the monitoring in a 15-minute cities and all the shit that they planning on enslaving us with digitally in the very near future. And when I say the very near future, by 2030, they trying to have this shit popping. That's why they got the cryptocurrency that y'all niggas hearing about, because they want society cashless. They no longer want you being able to stash your money in a shoebox under your bed or go bury your money in the woods. They don't want you to be able to do that anymore. They want to be able to track every fucking transaction you do in your life. That's why they want these quantum computing data centers up. That's why they want these data centers up and running. They're going to need to store all that information and use artificial intelligence and quantum computing to be able to comb through all that data so they could come and penalize who they want to penalize with artificial intelligence and humanoid robots and drones attached to that artificial intelligence, to where they don't even have to send a human in to take your ass out. They could just send an armed drone to your house. Drone won't even be no bigger than a fucking remote control car. They send a damn drone to your house armed with a machine gun to take your ass out if they don't like what you're saying on the internet. That's their plan by 2030. That's exactly what they want to do to us. And as crazy as it sounds, these are the type of sickos. Let me remind y'all, it sounds crazy, right? Why would the government want to do that to us? Well, these are the same government that's behind the Epstein pedos and the human trafficking. So of course they would do that to us. These are the same people that's hiding, that's looking out for the Epstein people. So of course they wouldn't have no problem sending armed drones because they don't like what we say on social media. Yeah, Facebook jail and Facebook termination will look a lot different by 2030 because when they eliminate you off Facebook, they sending a drone to your fucking house armed with a machine gun to take your ass out. That's what they want those data centers for. Because these are all sickos that kill kids and human traffic, so they don't care about you and your family. They over there committing mass genocide and right now in those countries over there. So these are the same people that's making these decisions, y'all. This is what we're dealing with. These are the people that's behind these streamers. These streamers, and mind you, these streamers don't know that. All these streamers are just on there to make money. You know, they like, oh yeah, I'm finally getting the fame that I want, making the money that I want. The algorithm is favoring me. But we letting y'all know the algorithm is favoring them because the establishment wanted to. The establishment choose who gets famous and who makes money on social media. This shit is 100% controlled. And the people they can't control on social media, they will poison their ass.
So a lot of these
died and you don't even know how they died. So content creator, damn, that content creator died. What happened to them? Because they couldn't control them. That's why.
All right, so Kick is owned by Easy Go Entertainment, an Australia technology entertainment company. This company is fully controlled by two primary entrepreneur billionaires, Ed Craven, who serves as the platform CEO, and Bijan Tarani, which is probably Indian. So the two ownership structures and parent company Easygoing Entertainment is divided as follows. Bijan Tarani holds 66.67% majority stake, and Ed Craven holds 33.33 stake through wholly owned entity Ashwood Holdings. In addition to the stakes in EasyGo and Kick, both founders widely known as CEO ownership of cryptocurrency gambling platforms like stake.com. So these people are also on the cryptocurrency gambling app platform called stake.com. So yeah, these motherfuckers not even from America. A lot of these people on these platforms not even from America.
And that's another psyop, the gambling apps.
Yeah.
All this shit also because they want to drain the wealth out of us. They draining the wealth out of us through this fucking Uber Eats, DoorDash, and Instacart because they overcharge you on that shit. Now now you see all the streamers pushing the gambling apps because they want you to just throw all your money into gambling apps. And the economy is fucked up, so everything is inflation. Because what they're doing, they're in a state of crashing the economy and making sure, especially Americans and people that's from Europe, like the developed countries, they want y'all in the poorhouse. They are in the midst of making sure every citizen who's in a so-called developed country is in the poorhouse. They want us to drain our savings. They don't want us to countries like United States where we get the 401ks and the pension. They do not want us to have that. They damn sure don't want us to have free healthcare in the United States, even though they get that shit over in other countries. And that shit's bullshit because the healthcare system is actually trying to kill you. The medications and all that shit that they prescribing you is literally killing you. Let's just be real. None of that shit is healing nobody. None of that shit is actually doing any good for anybody. Everybody's walking around sick, unhealthy, mental health problems. Everybody's fucked up. The food is poison. The water's poison. So, like we told y'all, they want to eliminate 80% of us, and they know by putting us in a poorhouse, that's going to help with the eliminating of 80% of us.
So peep this, during the pandemic, states started paying content creators on Twitch millions to live stream themselves gambling, transforming the business from 100 million to revenue to over 2 billion in 2 years. So they start paying, so they was behind paying a lot of the Twitch streamers millions of dollars to stream. So now they the same ones that's behind Kick now. They own Kick. So yeah, because Kick came after Twitch. So Kick is basically a derivative of Twitch because these steak niggas was paying content creators on Twitch to stream, paying them millions of dollars to stream on there, the gambling, the live stream of themselves gambling on the whatever that shit called. What is it called? Stake.com.
Yep, you see all these gambling apps that these
Yeah, so
streamers are pushing.
Yep. So after Twitch banned Stake from advertising on the platform, the lack of consumers protection, Craven internally launched their own competitive live stream service called Kick. So Twitch kicked Stake off of their platform and stopped them from advertising. So that's why they started Kick. So all the Twitch content creators went from Twitch over to Kick. And Kick is a lot more lenient on their content creators. Like Twitch is a little bit more stricter, so Kick allowed them to do a little bit more. That's why you had what's the white dude that was going around calling people nigger and got locked up, Chud the Builder. That's where he was at. He was over there doing all that weird ass shit over there on Kick. Yeah, they see Kick is a lot more lenient on shit like that. Yep.
You noticing all these content creators is pushing these gambling apps.
Yeah, they all promoting it in their. Yep.
Most of these big gambling apps are owned by the Mossad.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, and you gotta think about it. They want people to drain their life and their energy in gambling, drinking, and porn, OnlyFans shit.
Right.
All your money, all your energy goes into that shit as a man and women. That's another way they target people, with the psyop. They got to keep you gambling and losing your money. They got to keep you drunk and retarded. That's why they keep pushing this app, Adrien Broner and fucking Dean the Great alcoholics. You know what I mean? Showing them constantly drinking and doing this dumb shit because they want the kids to go that direction. Every content creator, let's see what I can get on this gambling app. Like they doing dumb shit in public, and then they pull out their phone and play and do a gambling thing on their phone. And those companies they mix pranks with it and all types of social experiments with it. But if you really dig deep and you find out who really own these gambling apps, it always points back to some fucking prick that works with an intelligence agency, whether it's the CIA or the Mossad, because these are all government operations. That's what people have to understand. All this shit is government operation. These streaming platforms, the data collection platform, the Meta, the Google, these are all government operations. Facebook started in basically a CIA back room. That's literally Facebook and CIA. It always has been. Mark Zuckerberg is literally an agent for the CIA. He's literally an agent. He's been recruited since he's been in college. And that's who they usually recruit is college students. And they make them the face of the program that he didn't create Facebook, y'all. This shit was already created. They just put his name on the front of it. All this shit is government sponsored. So, and like we told y'all last stream, there's no separation between these corporations and the government. They're all the same. Just like there's no separation between a Democrat politician and a Republican politician. They all are the same. And their whole job is to manage civilization, basically. And they feel like this is in their own manifesto. They believe they have to destroy 80% of civilization, all the way down to from billions to about 500 million, because they feel like 500 million people on the planet is more manageable than 6 billion people on the planet. So they create all these types of programs to make sure they able to eliminate 80% of us without destroying the world. That's their plan. This is from their writings. This is from their TED Talks. This is from their little manifestos that they write and put in their art pieces and they art shows and fashion shows, because all the art people and the fashion designers is behind this shit too. That's another thing. All the fashion and all that shit. Why you think, what did Kai Cenat do? He gave up streaming and said, I'm going into the fashion world. That wasn't his decision, y'all. Once a streamer get as big as fucking Kai Cenat, and it's once content creators get as big as Mr. Beast, they have to work with these people. With
Yeah,
these
Mr. Beast work with
Rockefeller
and
Foundation. Yeah,
yeah,
he literally got a video out there saying that now he's currently working close with the Rockefeller Foundation. And he looks uncomfortable in the video.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mr.
Hell yeah,
Beast
'cause
looks
you know.
uncomfortable because he's forced to work with them. Like, that's what we're trying to tell you. All this shit is controlled. All this shit in your algorithm is not there by accident. They make us think that the shit in our algorithm is just there because we watch it, because that's what we paying attention to. Nah, that shit is planted in our in our algorithms, because algorithms basically is a mirror to our psyche. And that's what they're going after. That's why we say it's a psyop. It's psychological warfare. This is a psyop to make everybody degenerate and to basically weaken your target before you eliminate them. That's what they're doing. They weakening us by promoting nonstop, hangover lifestyle. If any of y'all ever seen the movie Hangover, these streamers is literally mocking the movie Hangover. That's like these stream, like this Dean the Great and Adrien Broner streams. Don't that shit remind you of the movie The Hangover? That's exactly what they're promoting. So they want our lifestyle, and they know that makes men weak to live like that. You're weak living like that. They constantly promote gambling through these gambling apps. That shit is becoming a problem, because people is losing mass amount of money. Like, you're barely getting paid, and you're losing your fucking check. You're losing your whole check on a gambling app.
Damn, so I didn't even know Twitch owned. I didn't even know Amazon owned Twitch 100%. I didn't even know that. I didn't know Amazon bought out Twitch in 2014.
That's because they consolidating everything.
For 970 million. They bought out Twitch. So Twitch is 100% owned by Amazon.
Just like all the Whole Foods are owned by Amazon. They're consolidating everything, y'all. All the industries are being consolidated. And the biggest industries to consolidate everything is BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard Group. And then the big corporations under them, like Amazon and all of them. And they buying everything up and consolidating it under one umbrella. Because that's the plan of the United Nations, of the founders of the United Nations. My bad. Not the United Nations itself, but the founders of the United Nations, which is the Rockefeller family and the Rothschilds. Like, this shit is open. Like, the Zionists is behind the United Nations, the ones who's behind Israel and all of them. They're the ones that's behind the United Nations, the start of the United Nations. They started the state of Israel, and they started the United Nations. The United Nations was called the League of Nations at first.
Yeah, it's called the League.
Then they changed it to the United Nations, and it was the Zionists that started that. They started it around the same time they started the state of Israel, 1948. Of course, the League of Nations was before that. The League of Nations started during World War I. It changed to the United Nations like a little bit after World War II. But in that same time, the state of Israel was created. Like, and it was the same people who's doing the shit, who's running everything now. The same people who's behind State Street, Vanguard, BlackRock, Amazon, Meta, the same people who started the United Nations and the state of Israel is the same motherfuckers that own those companies. That's what we're trying to tell y'all. All the power is being consolidated,
All right,
and they
so
want to eliminate 80% of us.
yeah, so most of BlackRock companies are all right, so they 14 trillion total asset management. So they manage 14 trillion in assets. All right, like I said, they main account holders are uh it's all the tech companies. Yeah, it's all the tech companies. So all they main accounts that they hold, the top accounts, the top 10 accounts is all tech companies. So that's Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Meta, Alphabet Inc., Broadcom.com, Tesla, um,
SpaceX.
uh, not SpaceX, but
Mm.
Tesla,
Oh,
and
that's
they
government,
big,
but that they
yeah,
all
they
still
big,
government anyway.
right? And Nvidia is their biggest. That's 350 billion. So yeah, mostly all the money, like you said, all the money is being dumped into technology.
Right. It's being consolidated into
Yeah,
artificial intelligence and quantum
yeah,
computing because
yeah.
they want to put all of us in
Smart
digital
cities.
prisons.
Yeah, the smart cities. They want to build upon the smart cities too. So all that's
Why
linked to
you
the
think
data
they
centers.
why you think they building all these apartment complexes? And these
Right.
apartment complexes is installing AI surveillance cameras and Alexas and Siris. They giving landlords that shit for free. And the cameras and all that, they giving that shit because they want to arm that stuff with artificial intelligence. And it's going to be harder to buy single family homes in the
Yeah.
future because BlackRock is buying up all the single family homes. They tearing them down and they building apartment complexes because they
So
want
people.
everybody to
Yeah.
be able to have to rent from them.
Facts. So peep this. So smart cities will be linked to data centers, serving as a central nervous system for urban LOT, AI, traffic management, and emergency services. However, soaring electricity and water demands have strained on local grids, forcing the global mayors to establish a global urban data central pact and substantially integrate these facilities into urban environments. So the smart cities will be linked to the data centers, right? The relationship between
Mm-hmm.
smart cities and data centers involves several core dependencies. So a low latency edge computing to handle real-time data in autonomous vehicles, intelligent grid cities to rely on localized micro data centers distributed throughout the urban landscape rather than relying on entirely centralized remote facilities.
Mm-hmm.
Real-time analytics. So data centers
Real
process,
time.
yep, real-time analytics. Data centers process enormous volumes of information from environmental to sensors to smart street lights to security cameras, enable predictive municipal management. Predictive municipal management. Substantial integration under international agreements like Global Urban Data Centers PAC. Developer cities must ensure that new data centers construction of fossil fuel free, resource efficient, and does not displace residents. Community benefits agreements. So they make cities increasingly using zoning and smart cities dives pack strategies and to ensure developments lower the cost of living, generate shared prosperity, and respect environmental thresholds. Yep. So that's the breakdown of how the data centers will be linked to the smart cities. So that's why they putting all the money into tech. Like, what's the Smart LA is one of their projects. One of their big major projects is Smart LA because they want to build upon that by 2028. So when the Olympics come to town, they are have everything set up autonomously because the Olympics going to bring a lot of foreign people. It's going to bring a lot of tourists. It's going to bring a lot of people to America, so they want to make sure they profit the most off of this. Bringing the Olympics to America. The Olympics they never brought to America, so this is a perfect time for them to set this shit up so they could profit the most. Not only that, to get us to accept it. You bring in a big ass event like this, people going to just willingly accept all this shit. Hey, oh, the Olympics in America? Oh, we could. So the people just going to willingly go with it. So they glamorizing the way this shit looks. They glamorizing the surveillance to make us, buy into it. And then you see they doing this shit bit by bit too. They doing it gradually. They doing it. So because they can't just do it all at once. There's too much on the people just to do all this shit at once. So they gotta gradually do it.
And the
Yep.
goal is digital enslavement. Basically,
That's
us
all
being
right.
monitored 24/7 on every aspect of our lives in real time and in milliseconds. So whenever let's say you owe taxes or something, that means they can take it from you in real time in milliseconds. Especially if
Yes.
society is cashless. If society is cashless, they can penalize you right away. If they need to find you, they'd be able to if they want to find you and throw your ass in jail, they can locate you in real time in seconds and throw your ass in jail. You can't escape in your own car anymore because they getting rid of older model cars. They're making it to the point where you can't. It's harder to find even the piece the shit to even fix your car, your older cars with, and the gas. They changing the gas to where it ruins older cars. They want newer cars because they want to put kill switches in them, and they also want to put monitoring systems in all the new cars. So you wouldn't even be able to escape in our cars. Like they're literally building a digital prison around
Right.
us. And the thing is, we only see it right now. We see in social media and all that as entertainment, a way to be able to talk to our families, a way to be able to talk to our friends, a way to be able to, communicate with the world and maybe start a business. See, we just looking at it from social media from that aspect. And that's all that there is there as a trap to eventually get us in these digital prisons. Because they gotta set the trap like a Hansel and Gretel situation. You know how like the witch, the old lady on Hansel and Gretel, she had the candy house and shit.
Yeah.
Log cabin made out of candy and put little candy in the forest so little Hansel and Gretel could follow the candy trail to the cabin that's made out of candy and all that.
Right.
That's what they're doing. That's why they make social media and streaming and all that. They gotta make it appealing.
But wait, there's more.
Yep. So they can push this in and close the damn door.
So cryptocurrency also networks heavily relies on physical data centers to process securities. So cryptocurrency is also linked to the data centers. Recently, this link to deepen into a major corporate trend where major crypto mining companies are repurposing their facilities and powering infrastructures to support AI data centers. So now you have crypto mining repurposing their shit to AI data centers, which is more profitable. Yeah. So a lot of shit is going to our financial, our agriculture, our surveillance, our transportation. Everything is going through the data centers, y'all. That's why they need these data centers up and running because they're transforming our whole world. Our whole world around us is not going to look the same by 2030. Everything's going to be autonomous. We're gonna have fucking AI robots walking around like y'all see in the movies because the movies definitely help sell this shit to us. We already got Alexa and all that shit in our home, so that was just a form to get us to accept what's really coming. So yeah, it's just that's why I said it's AI with training wheels right now. But
And
now they about
Alexa is recording everything we say.
hell yeah, they record everything. Our phones is recording everything.
Yeah.
Bro, you understand? Bro, I didn't talk about shit that I didn't see ads on my TV now. Like I'm like, damn, I looked up this shit. Now I'm seeing ads on goddamn on the goddamn TV and commercials and shit. I said, oh yeah, this shit is definitely heavy
Because it's
surveillance.
cookies being tracked by your internet service provider. So
Right.
if you network,
Yep.
if your TV's on a network and your phone is on the same network, the cookies that's being installed, it's tracking everything you do.
Yep. Yep. So it says this connection between cryptocurrency and data center spans a few key areas: the hardware, cryptocurrency. So it starts with the hardware. Cryptocurrencies that utilize proof of work. The mechanisms such as Bitcoin run specialized in servers that's called ASICs. These machines are houses that industrial scale data centers that require massive amounts of electricity and cooling. Says the crypto to AI pivot because a high performance of computing for artificial intelligence offers a vastly higher profit margin. Many crypto mining companies such as ADRlEN, Hut 8, and Core Scientific have shifted their primary focus. For example, IREN, formerly Iris Energy, secured multi-billion-dollar cloud services contract with Microsoft to retool its Texas data centers to AI workloads for AI workloads. So a lot of the crypto mining companies are they transferring these shit now. So they contracted with Microsoft to retool its Texas data centers for AI workloads. Power grid uh All right, so the power grid says Bitcoin has data centers exceptionally flexible because this large scale mining operation can easily shut down during peak grid hours, effectively helping stabilize local energy uses. All right, so yeah, so all right, so yeah, cryptocurrency, these cryptocurrency centers are definitely, they repurposing their shit into AI data centers. Dang, so
And that was the plan all along.
yeah,
AI data centers.
yeah,
And those are the ones that suck up the resources and kill the environment. It's the
yeah,
AI data. It ain't the data centers that's just, holding your data for Google and shit and Meta and shit like that. It's the quantum computing data centers that's going to destroy the environment. They need
yeah,
they need gallons and tons and hundreds of gallons of water a minute just to keep those systems cool. Like they suck up mad gallons of water, and also they basically wipe your environment of clean water, and it drains the energy in your area. So that
yeah,
means your energy bills will go up, and you won't have any clean water to drink. So if they build those quantum computing data centers everywhere, that's going to completely destroy the environment, which is in result is going to kill a lot of people. Because if you destroy the environment, you contaminate the water, and the energy costs go sky high. That's going to kill people.
right,
That's literally, and that's their plan. Their plan is to eliminate 80% of us. So they like, well, we might as well knock two birds out with the same stone. The data centers, we want that in there to be able to monitor the people that's left, and the data centers help us eliminate people while we on the way to creating these digital prisons. That's only an A+. That's how they
yeah,
see it, because it's going to destroy the environment. Those types of quantum computing data centers is not good for the environment at all, y'all. It creates all type of pollution,
yeah,
and it
so
drains all the water and all the energy out of the area.
yeah, so the blockchain will be linked to the data centers. Decentralized storage data centers allow blockchains to split the stripe encrypted data files across various servers, preventing single point failure and protecting sensitive information. So the cloud and edge computing, yeah, because that's what it's really about. The data centers are building the infrastructure necessary to scale blockchain usage for broader cloud-based applications.
And while all this is going on, they got us distracted with these streamers
Yep, the
and
streaming
paying
shit,
them and paying them 6 figures a month to stream.
entertainers.
Some people,
Uh,
some of them get millions, some of them getting a couple of million a month to stream.
yeah, yeah, like
And
this
at the same,
hydro speeds and shit like
yep,
that.
right. And at the same time, while making all the kids degenerate, gambling, drinking, fornication, you know, and just being degenerates, just being in fight and being violent. That's what they're pushing. That's what these streamers are pushing. And if you're a content creator with any type of integrity and authenticity, the algorithm do not push you. You have to be fake, and your life have to basically be in shambles for the algorithm to push you. And people accept. That's what people accept also, because a lot people quick to tap on that type of content. They quick to tap on the content where people is crashing. And
Yeah,
the
that
establishment know that, and the establishment knows that.
facts. Yeah, they already
Because they want to make their targets weak before they eliminate us. So these streamers is teaching society how to create weak men and women. So when it comes time to eliminate us completely, it'll be easy to do because most of us will be distracted with drinking, partying, gambling on apps, watching OnlyFans chicks dumb down. Like that's what it's all about. It's crazy. Yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah, it's over, y'all. Somebody said it's sad because if Ab stopped drinking, he's going to die, even if he's detoxed medically. Yeah, it's going to be hard for him to reverse 3 years of drinking nonstop. It's going to be hard for him to reverse that. And this is who kids are looking up to. Kids are looking up to this. That they inspire. This inspired kids that want to become streamers and to live like this. It's crazy. It's easy. I guess it's easy for them to manage civilization full of degenerates. So they're going to make sure the algorithm push this into our daily algorithm, so we be influenced and our kids will be influenced to reenact this. Because once they come in to basically eliminate us all, it'd be so easy to do because we're drunk, we're distracted, we're dumbed down. We don't have no education on what the hell is going on around us. I mean, and that's what they want. Keep us ignorant, docile, and drunk. And violent towards each other. Not violent towards them. The establishment. You bow down, you shit your pants when the feds walk in the door. But if it was your neighbor or somebody, you would pull out, you would stab them, shoot them, you would beat them up, you would sick your dog on, them. But if it was a fed coming in there or some type of politician or somebody, you'll be bowing down, shitting your pants. Saying, what could I get for you today, sir? What could I do for you? You know what I'm saying? Like that's how they want you. That's how they want you. Scared of them, but aggressive towards your neighbor. Keep us divided. That's all this content do. Just think about this type of content. What do this content actually do for society? Krishan Rock and fucking
they don't do shit
and Blueface and Clarissa Shields crashing out. She's an Olympic winner and a world champion boxer and MMA fighter. What the fuck are you doing crashing out on the internet? But people are more interested to see that. See her crash out than to see her boxing. Yeah.
They don't care about her boxing. They want to see her and with her and Papoose, Remy's husband, got going on. That's all people. They don't care about Clarissa Shields boxing.
Right. It's the same thing for music artists. Shit, look at Lizzo's last. She on social media complaining because her album didn't sell. That's because she ain't got enough controversy. She got to go on there to crash out to sell an album, and then she'd make more money crashing out than she would off an album.
Beef with people.
Yeah. And then do diss tracks. Yeah. She got a beef
like
with
without
people
that Drake
diss tracks.
Yeah, without that Drake and Kendrick Lamar, without that Drake and Kendrick Lamar shit, yeah, that wasn't that you wouldn't see no goddamn Kendrick Lamar on the Super Bowl performing. That shit wouldn't have got all them damn it's the controversy. You need controversy to sell these days. You need even more so with social media because it's so oversaturated with content that these companies are not even showing your followers your content. People gotta literally go sort you out and shit. Like you can have, they don't even care if you have 1 million. You can have 1.5 million subscribers. Guess what? They only gonna show about 2% of your subscribers your content. That's it. Because if they had to show all 1.5 million you know, which they should show all I feel like all 1.5 million of your subscribers should see your content, but that'll just make too many people rich, and they feel like they'd be out of business if they did that. So they only going to show your content to 2% of your you know, your following, 2 to 20% of your following. So if you got 100,000 subscribers, you're lucky if 2,000 people see your shit. That's just the way they got it going because they able to control the money that way.
Unless you was doing content that goes with the
They
agenda of
sort you
crashing
out.
out. Like, cause you gotta think about it.
Because
That's in
people gonna
general.
come looking for you.
Yeah, that's in general. Like what
Yeah.
you just said, that's in general of how the system is ran when it comes to content creation. But there's certain things they make an exception for, and whatever's the current agenda, that's what they're going to make sure it gets in the algorithm, and they pay these people as much money as they need to keep this type of content going. And right now, the content is crashing out and being degenerate. On top of that, humans are fucked up anyway because humans love watching other humans crash out and be degenerate because most of us are insecure. And we feel like it makes us feel like our lives is better because we watching somebody who's supposed to be an idol or somebody who's supposed to be a big time celebrity, watching them crash out. It makes them feel better. It makes the viewer feel better about their puny lives. And that's what that's another part of the psychology behind this. And establishment know that too, because they get a bunch of people, social engineers, I like to call them. They get a lot of them to build these systems and they build it around human psychology. They know exactly how our minds are and how we think. And they know one of our biggest weaknesses is being insecure. Insecurity. One of the humans' biggest, downfalls is being just an insecure human. And they use that vulnerability against us. Like you just gotta understand how these people mind work. Like these people are geniuses when it comes to controlling society. The way they develop these, and the thing is, they do it so covertly, and it'll make people like us who's conscious and aware of this. It'll make us look crazy because how deceptive they are. They very deceptive. They know how to gaslight you really good. They know how to make it seem like you crazy. They love doing that. That's why people was called that's why they was calling us conspiracy theorists and all this shit for the longest until people started seeing the receipts. Because that's one thing that these people who create these social systems to control us, they really good at staying hidden because they understand human psychology. That's what it boils down to. That's why they able to create a whole society full of degenerates based off of this streaming shit. It was all by design. They actually sit in a group in a room and they actually write down manifestos and they brainstorm how they gonna basically turn us into degenerates before they kill us off. And that's what they're doing. Bro, all these content creators, bro, all of them, like, and I just seen this was just in the last year or so. All them fucking gambling apps, bro. They all doing the same thing now. All these content creators is pushing these gambling apps. And you gotta think about what are these gambling apps being pushed so hard for, especially in the time where the economy is doing so bad and the inflation is so high. You paying so much for shit that you didn't have to pay for before. And you add gambling to that, that's gonna put everybody in the poorhouse. And they know the human psychology behind gambling. They know when people about to crash out and they already got addiction problem, gambling is the last thing that you need to be doing. And they know this. So they making these gambling apps very enticing to people who's just trying to make an extra buck the easy way. But really, you just throwing your money away into an app. And they paying these content creators hundreds of thousands of dollars to push these gambling apps. So that's another psyop. That is another psyop. Those of y'all who's watching, just go down your Instagram timeline and your TikTok timeline and just look at all these content creators pushing these fucking gambling apps now. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, they definitely. Let me see something real quick. Let me go there because there's a few of them that always pushing the app and shit. I don't see. Okay, I don't see them.
Yeah, throwing your money away in those gambling
Oh
apps
yeah.
ain't it. You spending your last bit of money, shit that you know what I mean, and you throwing it away in a gambling app, or being overcharged with restaurant food. You with DoorDash and Uber Eats and all that shit.
Yeah.
That's another way to get you to throw your money away. You paying for an item 4 times more than you would pay by going through Uber Eats and DoorDash. Instead of paying $8 for a burger, that's already expensive as shit. Buying a burger for $10 or $12, but then when you buy it through the app, it's fucking $18. That's all. So that's a trap right there.
Right.
And then you look at them. Why am I paying $18 for this burger? And you look and you see all the fees and all this extra shit. Like it's like it's all a trap because when they want to eliminate a target, the way when they do it covertly, one of the ways to do that is put you in a poorhouse, so you don't have the means. Because if you poor, hungry, and your mental health is bad, how you gonna fight back? How you even gonna know that you're even being attacked? Especially if they doing it covertly, you wouldn't even know that you're being attacked. They influencing you to gamble your money away, throw it away in Uber Eats and DoorDash and OnlyFans, and then they constantly streaming people like fucking Adrien Broner and Dean the Great in your face all day, influencing you. Oh, let's just have fun. The world is about to end anyway, so it's teaching you to be a degenerate drunk. And look, they getting paid from it, so maybe y'all can get paid from it. Like I'm just being real, bro.
So let's have fun. What about the ending?
Yep. Just
Said the
being
world's about
real.
to anyway. Let's just have fun.
Yep.
Let's drink ourselves to
Drink
death.
ourselves to death. Yep.
Let's party, man.
And I swear, this
That's
dude,
the
if you watch
drugs,
any of
man.
these streams,
Let's party,
you watch
dude.
any of these streams, this dude is gonna end up going to jail for sexual harassment, bro. AB's gonna end up going to jail, bro, because when he get drunk and the way he is around these women in this Me Too movement, he gonna end up. You're gonna see him, you know what I mean, getting a Bill Cosby or R. Kelly type shit going on, and he's teaching kids to be that way. So that's just setting another trap. That's setting another trap.
They gonna let him rock out for long.
They gonna let him
they
rock
gonna let
out.
him rock
Yep.
out for as long as they need him.
As long as they need him, they gonna let him rock out. Yep. Yep.
And it's like Dean is AB handler and shit. Because AB don't really know nothing about that world like that. He being
right.
You know, he on there based the fact following behind the lead of the youngest.
Right.
That's younger than him and shit. So
right.
You know. Shout out to King Stop Won't Stop for the gifts. Yo, make sure y'all hit up the website too. We got the gummies back on there too, y'all. So we fully stocked up on the gummies. You know,
right.
So I see a lot of y'all hitting us up asking for, doing work for pain and stuff like that. Yes, it does. It sure do. And we got a sell, and we got a good sale going on. You buy 1 pack. It's a 12-pack at that. So it's 12-pack. And you buy one, you can get the second half 50% off on the second one.
Right.
Yep. So we got a sale going on.
And mind you, these gummies are very potent. Mind you, these gummies are very potent. They're very strong. So if you never taken them before, start off with a half of one. And all of our gummies are 100% organic. They get lab tested for heavy metals and all of that. So y'all, they're really good, high quality CBD gummies. And of course, we got soaps and body oils on there. Other forms of CBD on there. Of course, we got the pre-rolls, the CBD herbal cigarettes, the trim, all of that on there. So if y'all want some high quality CBD products or some high quality herbal products, check out nightandayherbals.com. The link is pinned to the top. You can also get to the website through the QR code on the screen. And we want to thank all of y'all, for those of y'all who've been purchasing. We definitely been shipping y'all orders out. We want to thank all of y'all for who've been tuning into our videos and liking and sharing our videos. So, and all of y'all who've been donating and doing the super chats and becoming members and all of that. So we shout out to all of y'all, man, for sure.
Facts, facts. Damn, I got what the hell? Is this shit lagging on me? I believe
What
so.
happened?
This shit is lagging on me. I can't even see the damn StreamYard. It's like stuck. Let me go back out and come back in.
Lagging ass. Lagging ass StreamYard. Yeah, man, we definitely they definitely out here doing the most, man. These streamers are out here doing the most. And the thing is, the bad thing about it, the shit do be entertaining. But if you just filling your mind and your day up with watching that type of shit, that ain't it. That ain't it. It's not. And the thing is, these people got real problems going on behind the scenes. Yeah, they might be looking like they having fun on camera, but for real, they lives be in shambles. They lives are a mess.
Shit lagging.
And I don't think that money is worth it. I don't think that money is worth. I don't think for your life, because you can't enjoy it. You're not gonna be able to enjoy that money if
Nah.
your mental health is affected and your health is infected. Period. Because you can't enjoy money with bad health and bad mental health. You're not going to enjoy the money. And
Damn, sure
that's
right.
how the establishment want it. They want us in pain. They love pain and suffering for us. They love it.
Yeah, pain
These
and suffering
vampires,
for
these
others
people
is
that
profit for
hide.
them.
Yep, they love it.
They profit off our pain
They
and
love
suffering.
it.
Yep.
Those politicians y'all love to vote for, think that y'all think is gonna make a change. Republican, these people are wicked as hell behind the scenes. I don't care if they Democrat or Republican. They do not give a shit about you. These corporations do not give two craps about you. You got to understand, these are the people that's behind the Epstein client list. So you know they don't care about you. And yes, there's
Right.
both Republicans and Democrats, corporate heads and world leaders on that damn Epstein client list. So these
Facts.
people that you've been idolizing and looking up to, ooh, so is a billionaire or a trillionaire. They just hit Forbes magazine. I respect them because they are billionaires. They do not give two shits about you or your kids. And that's the reality you have to start realizing. Stop idolizing these wicked people, y'all. Stop idolizing these people. They don't care about you or your family. Most of them is on the Epstein list.
Right.
Most of them been in and off of that island doing all types of heinous things. And you sitting there praising them because they on the Forbes list. Can't be idolizing these people. You think they
Hell
gonna
no.
make a difference? Oh, we should have voted for. Oh, Trump is doing a horrible job. We should have voted for Kamala. That would have been better. It don't matter who's in there. This shit will always go be bad.
Yeah, their agenda. Yeah, their agenda is they got to follow the agenda.
They
Ain't
don't
nothing.
care
They
who
can't.
in there.
Yeah, they ain't like they could come and move and shake any policies and get change policies. Nah, they there to manage the policies that's already there. Presidents are no more than managers. That's it. That's it.
No, there's
Oh,
no
you
red dye in the
no
gummies. There's
no
no
red
red
dyes.
dye.
It's no synthetic sugars, no synthetics. Just all organic. It's not no red. None of that red dye stuff. Y'all know we ain't messing with none of that stuff.
I mean,
Hell
y'all
no.
could look on there. Y'all could look on there and see the ingredients. The ingredients is on there.
Yeah, I think they is that what the ingredients on in the flyer too. Let me see.
Natural colors is made with organic concentrated apple, carrots, pumpkin, and black currant. That's what the colors is made from.
Facts.
So if you look on, if you go to the website under the gummies and you scroll under there, you'll see that they're organic. So no, they don't have the food coloring in there. They don't have the shit that causes cancer in there.
Nope.
I mean, it's herbal medicine. Why would we put shit in there that causes cancer? That don't even make sense. Even though
Yes.
companies do that.
Yes. Organic glucose syrup, organic cane sugar. Uh, pectin, critic acid. Of course, the same. Natural flavors. Natural flavors. Yup. organic concentrated apple, organic carrot, organic
And this tells
pumpkin,
you what the natural
organic.
flavors are.
Yep.
Because
Industrial hemp.
most brands don't tell you what the natural flavors are. The
Right.
natural flavors in these gummies is organic concentrated apple, organic carrot, organic pumpkin, and organic black currant. That's what's
Yep.
in it. So these it's vegan, and it's even though veganism, that's people personal preference, but these are definitely vegan and they're organic. And they powerful. They very potent. And they work. They work for pain, they work for insomnia, they work for, anxiety. Yeah, I mean, it helps you relax. So yeah, these are really good. These are really good CBD gummies. And right now it's buy one and get the other one half off. So you get a real good deal right now. We got a 6-pack and a 12-pack.
Yep. And everything is lab tested. So make sure all our CBD and all that stuff is lab tested. So we got the CBD cigarettes on there too. Got the pre-rolls on there. We got the body oils, the natural soaps and herbal natural soaps and body oils on there. So you get it's like the soaps or vanilla's goat's milk, lavender shea, almond orange cocoa butter, patchouli dreams, black raspberry, sweet orange, rosemary, goat's milk, almond, peppermint, charcoal. So yeah, yeah. And then body oils, Egyptian amber, African gold. So yeah, check us out, 90dayherbals.com. We got the lotion on there as well. Got the skin lotion on there, homemade lavender mint CBD soap. I mean, lotion. We sold out all the soap, so we just got the lotion left for the CBD soap. And the pain balm for y'all that be in extreme pain, y'all can use our 90-day hemp pain balm, 600 milligrams. So make sure y'all check that out too for
Swear
y'all that.
by that.
Yeah,
Everybody
we got.
swear by that. Take the pain right away.
Yeah. So check us out, 90dayherbals.com, y'all. I guess anything else we got for the peoples before we get up out of here? Make sure y'all subscribe,
like and
like this
share.
video.
Yep.
Shout out to y'all on the replay. Yep. And on that note, we're gonna get up.
Subscribe.
Facts. All right, y'all.
I'm not even gonna lie. The joint pain I deal with every day will slow me all the way down. But ever since I started using this right here, Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, everything changed. And within minutes, I feel the difference. Like real relief. Now I can clean my whole house without even thinking about the pain. As a nurse, I'm on my feet all day. And this right here helps me get through my entire shift. I can actually enjoy time with my kids now. Go outside, be active, without hurting the whole time. It feels good to just live again. Honestly, if it wasn't for Night and Day Pain Relief Balm, I don't think I'd have the quality of life I have right now.
Discomfort slows you down? Reach for natural relief. Night and Day Hemp's extra strength CBD pain relief balm melts into aching muscles, delivering warmth you can feel. Soothe your body naturally. Feel free to move again. Night and Day Hemp balm melts away tension so you can enjoy every moment. Feel the difference fast. Real relief, real results. Order now at nightandayherbals.com.